Alright guys, it's gonna be low enthusiasm because it's hot, really hot. It is 2:25. We are in New Jersey, and we've been here since 10, and been working. We rented a stage line, and yep, got some monitors. We're out here doing, it's called Delran Township Night Out. And there's a DJ and a band. But we've had some snags, like the generator we have is not correct. So we're waiting for the other one. It's an hour and a half late. So we can't test anything. We tested the lights briefly with this generator, which kind of works, but I haven't had them on since then. That was like at 11:30. And yep, here we're waiting. It was all organized by this guy. His name's Colin.
Hi.
He says hi.
Hi.
And we're also here, my friend David from Spirits on a Light. That's him. And yeah, we're actually at a pretty good place right now. The band's supposed to get here around 4 to 4:30 to sound check. It's 2:30, so we have an hour and a half to 2 hours to you know, get everything else ready, and we're pretty much ready. The monitors are up, cables are on, everything's plugged in basically. Except for electricity, because we don't have the generator we need. So ideally that'll be here in the next 15 minutes. We'll test that, test speakers, tune the system. Oh, we're just using CDDs out here. You'll see another shot that shows the setting. But yeah, I don't know how much footage we're gonna get because we're really hot and working kind of slow, kind of fast, really focused on this. Got a 10-piece band coming, like, we'll see. Anyway, that's my introduction. That's our update. So the next clip we had recorded actually takes place far after that last clip you just saw, and that's because we were really busy just working and dealing with all these issues that we had, which I alluded to slightly in the last clip. But I have a whole list of notes of things that I wanted to address in the gig log so you understand why there's such this awkward gap. The first thing being is that I said in the previous clip that we got the wrong generator, and to be specific, they just didn't give us, they being the rental company for the generator, didn't give us the size generator that we and the organizers of the event agreed on. They gave us one that was like 20 or 30 amps too small. I don't remember what the size was we needed or what size we got. I just remember we didn't have like a circuit or two that we just needed to power the whole stage. And the second thing that came with the rental, or the generator rental company, was that they gave us distros that only had GFCI outlets. And this only was an issue because the monitors we rented from production company to get some VRX monitors had this strange setup with this Y cable that had two Edison connectors going down to some twist lock connector that would trip GFCI outlets. And we didn't know that was going to be a thing until we picked up the monitors. So kind of just had to work with it. We couldn't use those distros, so we had to wait to get a different distro that did not have GFCI outlets. So that took some time. Took some time to get the right generator, and then once we did get the generator and any other distro, the generator just simply would not give us the voltage we needed. I forget what the voltage was. It was just bizarrely low.
It was like It was like set to 208, 120, and we were getting like 93 volts.
Yeah, it was just really weird, or so we thought. And so we were on the phone for hours with technicians, and other electricians from the county were coming to help, trying to figure out why this wasn't throttling up, and some people.
The rental company sent out a technician.
Right, and then someone, I don't even know if it was a technician from the rent generator company, just pushed this unlabeled button, which was the idle to load toggle. It was just an idle mode, and it just needed to be toggled to be not in idle mode and throttle up the engine, I assume. And it was an unlabeled button. No one on the phone told us this over hours. No one from no one could figure out what that button did. Someone just pushed it randomly, and lo and behold, 203 volts and all the power we needed. And that took like hours to get to that point. So basically, between that last clip and the next clip, we were just standing there. Then a few other things that just went wrong that also contributed us to scrambling was that the band was supposed to get there. I think, if I remember correctly, they're supposed to get there around 3:30 or 4. Maybe 3 to 3:30, something like that. The gates were going to open at 5, and we didn't sound check until about 4:30 because we
No. We sound checked after the gates were open.
No, sorry. If I sound check, I mean we didn't even have the system on until 4:30.
Yeah.
And that was because of the generator issues and the distro issues. And finally, we tested the speakers and we were scrambling to get ready for the band to show up because the band was still not there at 4:30. And the band ultimately didn't get there, I think, till like 5 or 5:30.
I think it was like 5:30.
And then we sound checked for just 15 minutes, and then we got going. And the other thing and that's pretty much all that handled. That was what happened in that time span between that last clip you just saw and the next clip you're gonna see. But there are some other issues that we had that just slowed us down from the beginning, like the stage company that the county hired to rent the stage line from was just terrible. Absolutely, by far, the worst company we've ever had any association with for any event. They were extremely hard to work with. They were not supporting us, even though we were the ones who were renting their stage line. They were giving us a hard time about us hanging stuff on their stage line, as if like they said we were imposing on their stage, but like the whole reason we rented the stage line was to hang stuff on it. And so our setup process there was a little bit slowed down, and that also affected the end result because they were just being so rude and rushing us, and we couldn't set it up the way we wanted to set it up, that the front lights never got focused correctly to the stage, and you'll see that in these clips, just kind of pointed up too far.
They're all pointing at the ceiling.
It was just a lot of issues that were just ridiculous, but thankfully the client was very happy. The end result of the gig was totally fine, and now I think that's all of my notes, so we will just resume to whatever the next clip is.
That's great.
Right? And we're at like probably quarter power.
That's amazing.
Now those aren't nearly as powerful. Those were like at the max.
Okay.
But yeah, the subs just have so much room.
What do you think?
All right, I gotta go get to work.
Go for it.
I agree.
How want to get it?
And your floor top. Go back to your rack time real quick.
1 second.
Sure. Okay, and now just kind of give me a full deal with cymbals and play.
guys, I don't know how long it's been since the last clip, but it is currently 11 p.m. and we got rained on pretty badly. We got all the speakers and amps and things like that in the truck before it hit, but like pretty much all the stuff on the stage, oh, and the monitors, got the monitors in, all the stuff on the stage though, like mics, the cables, all that stuff's soaked. The front lighting, which was the SlimPar Pros, soaked. Some of the top lighting is pretty dry. That's good, though. Inspect that carefully. It's just a mess. We just got stuff thrown in. Like it's gonna have to go through when we get home at 1 a.m. Just take all the wet stuff out, put it in the garage. We have an air conditioner in there. It'll start drying it off a little bit. But it just sucks. So we'll see how the situation continues to unfold, and I guess we'll check in then. So it's been actually like a month since we did the event. And part of the reason that I haven't given an update yet is because I was waiting to hear from the rental companies the situation with the gear having been through the rain. So all of our stuff is totally fine, which is great. I've just got around to checking these. Should have checked them probably a little while ago, but I finally got around to it. Let everything dry out for like a week, and it was all fine, which actually I expected because none of our stuff was in the rain. But there was a lot of rain blowing around, so maybe some moisture got in. It was totally fine. The SlimPar Pro H's that were the front lighting, that were hung out in front of the stage, which got absolutely soaked, there was water coming out of the enclosures, are also completely fine. They let those dry out for a few weeks, I think, or a few days, something like that. Turned them on, totally fine. And all the sound gear we got in the truck before the rain came. So it was a very unpleasant experience. Could have been way worse. Everything's totally fine. And that just goes to show that just because a really bad weather situation doesn't mean that all hope is lost. Something we did do, which I think is really the saving grace, is we knew the rain was coming, and so we turned off the main switch on the generator or the distro or something. We unplugged everything. There's no electricity in the system at all, which is really important if you have rain coming at an event. Do that, it'll decrease the chances of short circuiting. It's not making your lights IP rated or anything, but it will definitely give them a surviving chance. And a really extreme example of this is a friend of ours. We've had some local flooding issues. His van actually got completely submerged with a bunch of gear in it. Had Nexus 4x4s, some Chauvet 355 spots, and some other stuff. I think maybe some geysers even. Completely submerged. He let them dry out for a few days or a week or two or something. Completely submerged. He turned them on a few days ago, and they're totally fine because there's no electricity running in them. It's not salt water, and he let them dry out, which is the biggest thing. You know, you're gonna want to check your gear to see if it works, but don't do it the next day. Let this stuff sit out in a dry, ideally climate-controlled environment, and then give it a shot. So that's what we did. It works. It was our first experience with rain. I don't recommend it, but they do happen. And yeah, so there you go. Hope you enjoyed the gig log more than we enjoyed being in the rain. So.